What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be going from that ugly Shrek headlight to this sexy beast. So first thing, of course, we're going to have to get this thing off. So you're going to remove the two top 4mm Allen screws from the top this side and then on the other side. And it'll tip forward. And after you get those two bolts out, it just tilts forward. And you're going to work on getting the connectors off. So push the tab up. Come on. There. Just got to push up the rubber boot, push down and pull it out, and then pop that off. And you will need to slide these two connectors off of the tabs so that you can fully remove the headlight. And then in preparation for removing this bracket, we need to remove the 3 or 4 screws holding on the speedo. And now just to remove the 8mm. There we go. That's the stock bracket. You're going to pop out these rubber grommets in here, and we're going to install them onto the new bracket. So a little bit of weight gain from putting on the new bracket, but you just pull these boots or these rubber thingies out. I just pry them out, and then put that to the side. I'm going to push them in to their new holes. Kind of just work it around until you get all the edges into it. And to make things easier when we're putting the new bracket on, we're going to pull the boot off there, push that up, remove the speedo, put it in its safe space for all you millennials in here. And we're going to disconnect all the other connectors for the switches for each side. Pretty simple thumb connectors, and just keeps them out of the way. And one thing I forgot to do is remove these bottom pins that helped install the headlight, which was actually kind of convenient, but I guess with the new one it doesn't allow for that, unfortunately. Remove this metal clip around the brake line. If I can get it out. There you go. There we go. And now it's time to install the bracket. So in order to run the cables properly, I need to remove it from the clutch and the throttle so that they can run through the hole in the clips or in the bracket here, just to make it look like a clean install. Now to run these cables and cables through there, line it up. You reuse the two 8mm bolts. And since we got the cables run correctly now I just loop it up through there, and then for the throttle cable, kind of push the rubber boots up. And there we go. Don't pinch your other cables. And we'll worry about that later. Now, yep, that works. Oh, that, what clip, oh, it's supposed to, there's supposed to be a, so as you can tell by the mess over there, it was a lot of work getting it to be good, but what you have to do is you have to grind the weld on this one, grind the weld on the top, and then bend it down, and then drill new holes and kind of file it out to make the holes line up to match on here, so you have 3 points of contact instead of just 2 bolts holding in. It is a little bit more work, but it's going to be secure. And then if you wanted to, you can cut this one off and JB weld it on, or get your buddy to weld it on if you wanted to. But now we can actually put it on here. So let me grab the bolts and we'll get to that. Got all the cables in. Now we're going to put one bolt in loosely. Grab the other one, put it in loosely. And then make sure you have your brake line in the hole so it doesn't get pinched. And make sure it's in this spot down there where it won't get pinched. And we're gonna put the lower one in. That's gonna need a little bit of force. And before tightening everything down, you wanna make sure you run your cables behind the loops so those are still in place and in a good position so they don't get kinked and they're held in place so they're not just flapping around. And we'll tighten everything up nice and snug. You don't want to go too tight because it is threading into aluminum, which is easy to strip out. Now we're just going to reconnect all the all the connectors, I guess is the terminology. Make sure they're in there solid, and then put the boots back down so they stay waterproof-ish. And reconnect the speedo. And push that boot up in there. Make sure it's seated in there well. And just put the pegs in the hole. And use the 3 black screws. And there are black washers underneath, so don't forget to use those. And for the turn signal connectors, is black is, as you're looking at it, is on the right. Just slides up in there. And gray is on the left as you're looking at it. There we go. And then that's for the running light, or the headlight, I guess. So when you get your headlight from Thailand, you're going to need to do some assembly because it comes in pieces. So what you're actually doing is you need to remove all the hardware from your stock headlight because it doesn't come with any. So you're going to take off all the black screws to take the frame and the outer headlight assembly off. But the main thing what you're trying to do is just get the screws to assemble your other headlight. So we're just going to do that all in reverse. So take your new shroud and put your new, your speedo cluster shade tree thing, whatever. Just put the screws back in and put it all back together. Boom. Whew. That looks sexy. And then what you do need to do is find a bolt that fits that threading. I'm not sure what it is at this time, but that's going to be for your headlight tilt. And there's a hole in the bracket for it to line up in there as well. So we're going to find that real quick. And now that we got it all back together, we just need to push in the connector, the actual connector for it to get power. These boots are such a pain in the butt. And then to mount it up, you will need to find some stainless steel washers so that it covers the hole on the back, or it covers the hole on the plastic. Screw it in with the stock bolts. So we still got the stock halogen bulb for now, but if you follow us on Instagram, you'll have seen a while back that I got some goods in from Black Friday. And as what I did on the Grom, I'm going to do on the Z. And we're going to stick a fairly good size projector inside of there so we get some good quality light output. So I'm looking forward to that, and you should too. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. So now you'll see why you need a bolt for up under there. And we actually found out that if you use the stock bolt from your fender eliminator, or from your actual stock fender, it fits up in there perfectly. If you can, yeah, and a washer. But if you can find the hole, just tighten that up. And then you can kind of move it into place and put it all the way up for now. Boom. And that completes it. Holy crap, is that a huge improvement. I'm absolutely in love with that. I mean, sure, my cables are still looking all crazy, but holy crap, does that look sexy.
It actually looks pretty good. Dang it.
Man, you like it?
Actually looks pretty good. I kind of want one.
Awesome. Holy crap. Well, guys, that wraps it up. And holy crap, is it a huge difference from this alright looking headlight to this sexy beast. Like, it is so aggressive. The lines are amazing. And I think it's going to look even better with a huge projector in there with a nice shroud and a little demon eye. Let me know what color you want the demon eye to be. I'm thinking green maybe, but it's open for your thoughts. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's about $200 to do the conversion. You can find it on eBay. I'll leave a couple of links down below, and then I can leave you a person on Facebook who actually bought this and then another set of plastics from on eBay, or not on eBay, but on Facebook. So I'll leave her information down below as well. So make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it out, and we'll see you next time.